أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. I'm here to read a will of Sultan Mohammad Shah, the Imam of Ismailiyah, which they also call him Nurullah, the light of Allah, Ya Ali Baba, or they also call him Ali. Just to mention, the cause of death was cancer. For 15 years he suffered painfully with cancer, numerous surgeries. So I'm going to read the will of Sultan Muhammad Shah, few passages, for specially the AGGA KHANI audience, because they need to know the one who they pray to or ask for health, what happened to him. And I will also paste the link of original will in the brief. If you look on the description, you will find the link of what I'm reading and where I'm reading from. The will of Sultan Muhammad Shah. In the hours of 11th July, the Agha's heartbeat weakened. Ali and Sadruddin were summoned to Barakat, but their dying father could no longer speak. Here, I'm saying that I'm not reading from there. His tongue is not moving. He is unable to speak. So, if he is so almighty, all-manifest, why he can not longer speak? Now I'm going to read again. Kareem came, and the Begum was still keeping up the vigil. 4 doctors were in attendance, and the nurse left the sick room only to change their clothes or take a bite. At midday, the Agha Khan was sleeping peacefully. 40 minutes later, his life slipped quietly away. The Swiss doctor who signed the death certificate in endurance with the local regulations gave heart failure and the cancer as the cause of death. Let me repeat this one. The doctor, the Swiss doctor. So here is the Nurullah, the Almighty, the Manifest, Tawba Na'uzubillah, who provide to all the smile. You have a Swiss doctor in presence. 4 doctors. He is so helpless here that he need another human being. He need another human being to help him out of his misery. And then the doctor, Swiss doctor who signed the death certificate according to the local regulation, gave heart failure and cancer as a cause of death. Cancer, just to mention, the people who know or have a family member, may Allah save us all from this mosey cancer, it is a very painful disease. Very painful. And this is the thing with the cancer, there is no cure for it. Nowadays, there is no cure. I mean, that medical science is so advanced, there is no cure for cancer. But it's a painful thing. People who have cancer, they suffer. So the Imam of Ismailiyah, who they worship as a god, is suffering. He had a painful death. Doctor says it. I'm going to read again. The Imam was dead. Long live the Imam. But who was he? In spite of a genuine grief among the family and the followers, the succession was the chief topic of speculation. Paragraph 8 of the will. Ever since the time of my ancestor Ali, the first Imam, that is to say over the period of 1300 years, it has been the tradition of our family that each Imam chooses his successor at his absolute and unfettered discretion from amongst of any of his descendants, whether they be sons or remote male issue, and in these circumstances and in the view of the fundamentally altered condition in the world in very recent years due to great changes which have taken place, including the discoveries of atomic science, I am convinced that it is in the best interest of the Shia Muslim Ismaili community that I should be succeeded by a young man who has been brought up and developed during the recent years in the midst of the new age and bring a new outlook on the life of his office as Imam. Office as Imam. Don't sound right. Well, I'm gonna continue reading. For these reasons, although he is not now one of my heirs, I appoint my grandson Karim, the son of Ali Solomon Khan, to succeed to the title of Agha Khan, and to the Imam and the peer of all my Shia Ismailian followers, and should my said grandson Karim predecease me, then I appoint his brother Amin Mohammad, the second son of my son Ali Solomon Khan, as my successor to the Imamat. I desire that my successor shall, during his first 7 years of his Imamat, being guided on a general Imamat policy by my side wife Yvette, called Yvette Blanche Lebrousse, the Begum Agha Khan. I think is a French name. My apologies if I pronounce it wrong and any mistakes I made earlier. It's not my mother tongue. Who has been familiar for many years. Who has been familiar for what? For many years. For what? With the problem facing my followers, and in whose wise judgment I place the greatest confidence. Now here's the problem. I'm going to post another video of the Gilgiti. I call him child molester, Gilgiti, the one you see in the pictures of, who's, kissing women on various parts. That he is, there is a controversy. There was a problem. Why Ali Solomon, the king of, the father of Agha Khan, was not appointed as Imam? Many questions. And Ismailis never had courage to ask that question. The reason Solomon was not appointed, because he was a playboy. He have an image of a playboy. Remember now, this is the same guy we're talking about. If you see my previous video, which Rita Hayworth is talking about it, that I want to go eat, who took $300,000 from Rita Hayworth, stole the money and gambled it off. And just to mention that $300,000 back in the day is the time we're talking about. It's maybe well over $3 million worth. $3 million. Today's $3 million. Back then, 300,000. It's not over 300,000 was big money back then. So Solomon took that money. Rita Hayworth is mentioning that, and Rita's daughter, she practiced Christianity. And Rita Hayworth dies as Christian, and she have a Christian cross on her grave. Rita Hayworth was also a known Playboy model and porn star. So I am just curious, the Imam's stepmom, not a very religious lady, or what? Why Agha Khani Ismaili Imam cannot find a decent woman? I understand that they say that Imam cannot marry in their own because their daughters, or they become their spiritual, because the spiritual father of the nation. They call him Maula Bappa, Yali Bappa. So Yali Bappa cannot marry their own. Then why your Mukhi marry? Because Mukhi hold the same power. The Kamadi Asab, I understand, but the Mukhi, it just don't make no sense. Because if the Mukhi don't have a spiritual power, how come he gave chanta and take your sins away? He have some special powers. He gave chanta, you give him a buck, he take your sins away. Must have a power. But that's not the point today. The point is that Ali Khan, the father of Karim, died in a car accident as well. He was drunk. And I happen to have a menu or the wedding arrangements of Sulaiman Ali Khan, in which he ordered 1,000 bottles of French expensive wine for his wedding. So is it alcohol allowed in Ismailism? If it is, please let us know. I'm very anxious to know, because most Smileys I know drink. Most Smileys I know own the bar, as well as your Hazir Imam Agha Khan, a Satan, the bald-headed, also own quite a few casinos and bar. So my dear friend, in Islam and the poor Khoja Ismailiyas, please try to give me the answers. I'm open for debate on this subject or any other, as usual. On Skype, my ID is K4ED. I'm going to spell it for some of you guys. KFARIDI, and you will see it in the description also. Thank you very much. I'll wait to hear from you next time. To Muslim, it's all Allah Hafiz, fi aman Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.